Prior to the GSB, when we all worked at consumer goods companies and retailers, we thought it was odd that so many retailers charge different prices for their end caps, like this one right here. Our idea was to build an auction marketplace where retailers could list their end caps and other shelf space, and then consumer brand companies could bid on them. We thought this was going to be a multi-million-dollar business and that it would add thousands of dollars to store profit.
But then we did a few interviews and everyone told us it was a bad idea.
As we did more interviews about the auction marketplace, we did find one kernel of hope, even though most feedback was negative. We did find that the retail buyer is pretty much the center of power in the whole relationship of the value chain. But the retail buyer had this really messy, complicated job dealing with tens or hundreds of brokers, distributors, and brand representatives.
But wait, who are all the people in the grocery value chain?
Most of us are familiar with the two major players in the grocery industry. We've got the brands on one side and the retailers on the other. However, there are also two important value chain intermediaries that we should be aware of. There's the distributor, who's mostly a logistics player, and the broker, who acts sort of as a salesman. The distributors take typically around 30% of sales, and the brokers can take up to 12% of sales as the commission.
We talked to many grocery buyers, and we learned that the process of consolidating their promo calendars was a huge pain for them. It took up a ton of their time, and we thought we might have found product market fit around the idea of promotional calendars. Best yet, we even found our first pilot partner, a grocery retailer based in Sacramento. The team was on a high.
But then we spent 3 weeks trying to develop it and no one wanted to pay or even call us back about it.
So we spent those 3 weeks traveling several hundreds of miles back and forth to Sacramento and trying to get other retailers excited about the idea, but no one really bit. Retailers, including our pilot partner, definitely had problems, but it didn't seem like they were going to invest the time or money into solving them. So we decided it was time for a pivot. Instead of using the promotional calendar as a foot in the door, we could just directly become a B2B marketplace for promotional deals.
It's been a windy journey, but we had fun as a team and we learned a ton.